Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, March the 14th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, we learned, I guess, last night or this morning that Beto O'Rourke is running for president, and not really surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, I was back and forth a little bit over the last few weeks. I wasn't sure he was going to do it. But, when you've got the money, you've got people who want you to run, and you've got a situation like he's in right now, I guess it was inevitable that he would run. He brings some good things to the campaign. He's very telegenic. He's very good with social media at a time when social media is critical for any candidate. So those are some things that he brings to the table, and he can always talk about the race here in Texas, where he came within 3 points of defeating President or Senator Cruz. Those are the good things, and he should get credit for that. I think he's got a lot more negatives, though, and I hope the people who are supporting him understand this. The first one is that 2020 is not going to be 2018. 2018 was a perfect storm year for the Democrats, meaning it was the first congressional election of a president, and usually the first one goes really bad for the incumbent. I mean, just look at the last 5 or 6 presidents. With the exception of George Bush 43, or the second Bush, every other president took a beating on his first election. And in fact, if you compare what happened to Trump, he actually did better than most of the last 5 or 6 presidents that we can go back to. So 2020 is not going to be the same as 2018. Another problem he has that he's now running, at least for the next year or so, he's going to be running inside the Democrat Party. And because of the nature of the party right now, he's being forced to say a lot of things that appeal to a Democrat constituency, particularly a primary constituency, that he's going to have a very difficult time with once he gets to the general election. I mean, the climate change comment that he made today about we've got 12 years to do something. The fact is that most people don't really buy into that. And even the AFL-CIO, which traditionally supports Democrats, they're not buying into this, we got to do something immediately about climate change. What they're saying is, hey, anything you do like that about climate change is going to end up hurting workers, and it's going to end up driving up their utility costs, electricity and so on. So that's a message that, again, plays well in the primary, but it doesn't really play well in the general election. Another problem that he has is Bernie Sanders. A lot of the Beto O'Rourke support that I saw here in Texas is very similar to what we saw from Bernie Sanders in 2016. College kids, liberals, white liberals, those people really fall for this, but they've already fallen for Bernie Sanders, and I don't know where there's going to be room for Beto O'Rourke basically saying the same thing. One other problem, and ironically Beto O'Rourke himself admitted this in this article that came out, another problem that he has is that he's a white man. And right now, white men are not very popular in the Democrat Party. So, look, we'll see how it plays out. My gut feeling is that it's going to be Bernie Sanders or Vice President Biden. Those are going to be the two people that I would bank are going to be the nominee. Bernie Sanders is beginning to look more and more like the nominee to me because he's got a lot of energy and he's going to get people out to vote. Now, there is a possibility that if either one of those two is the nominee, meaning Vice President Biden or Senator Sanders, I suppose they could pick Congressman Beto O'Rourke, but that may not work. I mean, they may want to pick a woman or they may want to pick a black person if the nominee is white. So right now, I think his best shot is if Kamala Harris is the nominee, I think she may pick Beto O'Rourke as the vice president. I think that's his best shot. But we'll see how it plays out. But I just think it's going to be a little different for Beto O'Rourke over the next year than it was here in Texas when he ran in a very, very good year for the Democrats here in Texas. Well, thank you for watching. We have all of these on YouTube, on Twitter, and on my blog. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.